Have you ever wondered how millionaires live their lives? Are they cruising in luxury cars, dripping in designer outfits, and sipping cocktails on private yachts every weekend? Well, the truth might surprise you. According to the fascinating book, The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko, most millionaires don't look or live like you'd expect. In fact, they could very well be your next-door neighbor, living modestly, driving an average car, and wearing ordinary clothes. What's their secret? How did they build their wealth? And more importantly, how can you adopt their habits and mindset to create financial freedom for yourself? Stick around because in the next 20 minutes, we'll unpack the key lessons from this groundbreaking book, share practical steps you can implement today, and explore how these principles can transform your financial future. 1. The myth of the millionaire lifestyle. The idea that millionaires live flashy, extravagant lives is mostly a myth. Many people think being rich means owning luxury cars, living in mansions, and buying expensive brands, but the reality is different. Most millionaires, as explained in The Millionaire Next Door, are what the authors call PAWS, prodigious accumulators of wealth. These people focus on saving and growing their money instead of spending it on flashy things. The average millionaire isn't driving the latest luxury car or living in a massive house. Instead, they often buy used cars, live in comfortable but modest homes, and rarely spend money on high-end brands. They prefer financial security and freedom over short-term indulgences. Their mindset is about keeping and growing their wealth rather than showing it off. A great example of this is Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world. Despite his massive fortune, he still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. He chooses to live simply because he values financial discipline and believes that true wealth isn't about owning fancy things. It's about having freedom, peace of mind, and the ability to live life on your terms. The key takeaway is that wealth isn't about how much you spend, but how much you save and grow. Millionaires prioritize smart financial habits like budgeting, investing, and avoiding unnecessary expenses. This mindset helps them build long-term financial security and stability, proving that being wealthy doesn't have to mean living an extravagant lifestyle. 2. The core traits of millionaires. What sets millionaires apart from others? According to Stanley and Danko in The Millionaire Next Door, millionaires share certain traits that contribute to their financial success. One of the key habits is living below their means. Unlike many people who live paycheck to paycheck or try to keep up with others' lifestyles, millionaires live frugally and avoid unnecessary expenses. They don't let lifestyle inflation, spending more as income grows, erode their wealth. For instance, instead of upgrading to a bigger house when they earn more, they often stay in their current home and save the additional income. Their focus is on achieving financial independence rather than maintaining outward appearances. Another trait millionaires share is proactive financial planning. Wealthy individuals plan their finances with precision, setting budgets, tracking expenses, and investing strategically. They rely on discipline and foresight, not luck, to grow their wealth. One insight from the book reveals that millionaires spend more time planning their investments than they do shopping or consuming. This level of financial discipline allows them to make decisions with long-term benefits in mind, ensuring every financial move contributes to their overall goals. Finally, millionaires value hard work and consistency. Most millionaires didn't inherit their wealth but built it through years of effort, smart choices, and a willingness to delay gratification. They often work in ordinary professions or run small businesses and steadily invest over decades. Their wealth is not the result of quick wins or shortcuts, but a byproduct of perseverance, focus, and consistency in their financial habits. These traits, living below their means, proactive planning, and valuing hard work, are what distinguish millionaires from others. They prove that financial success doesn't come from flashy spending or luck, but from disciplined habits and a long-term mindset. Millionaires understand that true wealth is about building stability and freedom, not keeping up appearances. 3. Applying these lessons to your life. Building wealth and adopting millionaire habits may seem daunting, but it's achievable with a few practical steps. The key is to focus on tracking your spending, embracing frugality, and starting to invest early. These habits form the foundation of long-term financial success. The first step to building wealth is understanding where your money is going. Many people lose track of their spending, allowing unnecessary expenses to pile up. Start by using a budgeting app or a simple spreadsheet to categorize your expenses. Look closely at where you might be overspending: dining out, subscription services, or impulse purchases. Once you identify these leaks, redirect that money towards savings or investments. For example, Sarah, a young professional, discovered she was spending $200 a month on coffee and takeout. By cutting back and preparing meals at home, she saved $2,400 in a year. Instead of letting that money sit idle, she invested it in a low-cost index fund. Thanks to compound interest, her small change grew into over $30,000 over 10 years. Tracking your spending isn't about deprivation. It's about making intentional choices that align with your financial goals. The second step is embracing frugality. Living below your means doesn't mean giving up everything you enjoy. It means making smart spending decisions. For instance, instead of buying a brand new car, which depreciates quickly, opt for a reliable used vehicle. Similarly, avoid upgrading your phone or gadgets every year. Stick with them as long as they function properly. Frugality is about focusing on value rather than appearances. Before making any big purchase, ask yourself whether it will bring long-term value or just short-term satisfaction. This mindset shift can free up significant resources for savings and investments without feeling like you're missing out. The third step is starting to invest as early as possible. Millionaires understand that the earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow through compound interest. Even if you can only set aside $100 a month, those small amounts add up over decades. For example, investing $100 monthly for 30 years at a 7% annual return could grow to over $120,000. The earlier you start, the less pressure you'll feel to catch up later in life. If you're new to investing, consider low-cost index funds or retirement accounts like IRAs or 401ks, which provide steady long-term growth with minimal risk compared to picking individual stocks. Adopting these habits might seem simple, but they require consistency and discipline. By tracking your spending, you gain control over your finances and free up resources to grow your wealth. By embracing frugality, you avoid lifestyle inflation and focus on financial stability. And by starting to invest early, you take advantage of time and compound growth, ensuring a secure financial future. These steps, inspired by the habits of millionaires, prove that building wealth is within reach for anyone willing to make small but consistent changes. With time, patience, and determination, you can create a solid foundation for long-term financial success. 4. Real-life example of millionaire habits. Let's look at a real-life example of how millionaire habits can transform ordinary finances. Meet John, a school teacher earning an average salary. Despite never earning a six-figure income, John managed to build a net worth of over $1 million by the time he retired. His success wasn't based on luck or a high-paying job, but on disciplined financial habits and long-term strategy. John's first step was tracking his spending. By using a simple budget, he identified areas where he was overspending, such as dining out and unnecessary subscriptions. Once he saw where his money was going, he made small but meaningful changes, like preparing meals at home and canceling services he didn't use. This allowed him to redirect those savings into his retirement account. He also embraced a frugal lifestyle, living below his means instead of trying to keep up with others. For instance, instead of upgrading to a bigger house or buying the latest car, John stayed in his modest home and drove a reliable used vehicle. He understood that financial freedom was more important than appearances. The real game changer for John was starting to invest early and consistently. Even though he could only afford to set aside a small amount each month, he invested it diligently in a retirement account, focusing on low-cost index funds. Over the course of 30 years, compound interest allowed his investments to grow significantly. By letting his money work for him and avoiding risky or impulsive decisions, John steadily built his wealth. He also avoided debt, choosing to pay off balances quickly and avoid interest charges that could eat into his savings. John's story shows that becoming a millionaire isn't about having a high salary, it's about being disciplined and strategic. By living below his means, avoiding unnecessary expenses, and investing consistently, John turned ordinary earnings into extraordinary results. His journey proves that financial success is achievable for anyone willing to make smart, intentional decisions and focus on the long term. 5. Building your millionaire mindset. Achieving financial success isn't just about managing money, it's about developing the right mindset. Your attitude towards spending, saving, and learning plays a critical role in shaping your financial future. Building a millionaire mindset requires adopting key shifts in how you think about money and its purpose in your life. First, focus on value, not status. Financially successful people don't spend money to impress others or chase social validation. Instead, they prioritize what genuinely adds value to their lives and future. This might mean spending on experiences that bring lasting happiness, such as meaningful travel or quality time with loved ones, rather than on luxury brands or flashy items. Similarly, they focus on investments that grow their wealth over time, like retirement accounts or education, instead of spending on items that quickly lose value. This shift allows you to align your spending with your long-term goals rather than short-term satisfaction. The second key mindset shift is delaying gratification. The ability to wait for bigger rewards later is a hallmark of financially successful individuals. Instead of succumbing to impulse purchases, they prioritize saving and investing for long-term benefits. For example, skipping a luxury vacation now might allow you to put that money towards a down payment on a house or an investment fund that grows over time. Whether it's saving for a significant financial goal or patiently letting investments mature, delaying gratification pays off in the long run. It's about choosing future security over momentary pleasures. Lastly, never stop learning. Millionaires are lifelong learners who continually educate themselves about personal finance, investing, and wealth-building strategies. They read books, attend seminars, listen to podcasts, and stay updated on financial trends. As Stanley and Danko highlight, financial education is one of the most powerful tools you can have. The more you know about managing money and making smart investments, the better equipped you are to make decisions that align with your financial goals. Knowledge not only boosts your confidence, but also opens new opportunities for growth and wealth accumulation. Developing a millionaire mindset means focusing on value, practicing patience, and committing to continuous learning. These habits not only help you build wealth, but also create a foundation for long-term financial stability and success. 6. Common pitfalls to avoid. As we wrap up, it's essential to highlight common pitfalls that often prevent people from building wealth. Recognizing and avoiding these mistakes can make a significant difference in your financial journey. One of the biggest traps is overspending. Lifestyle inflation, spending more as your income increases, is a silent wealth killer. Many people fall into the habit of upgrading their lifestyle every time they get a raise or bonus, whether it's moving to a bigger house, buying a luxury car, or indulging in expensive vacations. While it's natural to want to enjoy your hard-earned money, this pattern leaves little room for savings or investments. To build long-term wealth, focus on living below your means and saving the extra income rather than letting it slip away on unnecessary expenses. Another common mistake is ignoring investments. While saving is an essential foundation for financial stability, it's not enough on its own. Simply saving money in a bank account won't allow it to grow significantly due to inflation. Investing, on the other hand, is a powerful way to grow your wealth over time. Whether it's through index funds, retirement accounts, or real estate, letting your money work for you is the real game changer. Starting early and investing consistently allows you to benefit from compound interest and achieve your financial goals faster. Living on credit is another major hurdle to wealth building. High-interest debt, such as credit card balances, can trap you in a cycle that's hard to escape. The longer you carry debt, the more interest you pay, which eats into your potential savings. Prioritize paying off high-interest debt as quickly as possible to free yourself from this financial burden. Avoid using credit to fund a lifestyle you can't afford, and focus on building an emergency fund instead. By avoiding overspending, prioritizing investments, and managing debt wisely, you can sidestep these common pitfalls and stay on track toward long-term financial success. Small, disciplined actions today can prevent significant financial setbacks in the future. The key takeaway from the Millionaire Next Door is simple. Wealth isn't about how much you earn, It's about how much you save, invest, and grow over time. Living below your means, embracing frugality, and making smart investment choices are the foundations of financial success. Millionaires aren't defined by flashy lifestyles or big paychecks, but by discipline, patience, and strategic decision-making. Now it's your turn to take action. What's one small step you can take today to start building wealth? Whether it's tracking your spending, cutting back on unnecessary expenses, or setting up an investment account, every step counts toward creating a secure and abundant financial future. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit from these insights. Don't forget to comment below with your next financial goal, or let us know which book you'd like us to cover next. Thank you for watching, and remember, the journey to financial freedom starts with just one step. Take that step today.